We are on Sagittarius, and after that it's justice, and we are over. Make sure you watch all the other readings. It does not have to be a love relationship. It can be a friendship, a family situation. The reason being is that how they feel about us is how we're coming across, and there is a running narrative, and it really shows in the Leo reading and the other readings. So like if your mom is a Leo and your dad is a Sagittarius and your sister's an Aries, watch those readings. Okay, just take out the context of it if it does generalize in relationships, because any relationship, whether it's platonic or not, it is, relationships are designed to help us learn about ourselves. Okay, there was a very important, powerful message in the Leo reading that the universe wanted gems to see. So just take a look at it, guys. Okay, it won't hurt, and it does, like I said, it runs a narrative of how we're actually coming across to people, and maybe something that we all need to work on, right? So I am Gemini, by the way. So this is how Sagittarius feels about you. So far we have the Four of Cups in reverse, the Strength card in reverse, which is interesting because in Leo's reading, which they're the Strength card, Sagittarius's card came up in there, which is Temperance. So that's pretty interesting. Thank you, spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. There we go. Sometimes I have to ask them as I'm talking to you guys, like, to let us know the energy. I love it when it happens. Sometimes when the cards aren't flying out, that means that I have to pull that energy back in from spirit of what's going on. Okay, so that's another thing too. I cannot predict the future, guys, because God gave us free will. Meaning today you go left, tomorrow you go right. I cannot predict that. It'll change the energy. Okay, this is all where you're at right now. The energies of the people around you, and maybe just see something in a different way, different light. Like I said, in the Leo reading, it really does give a very important message from the universe about something that we need to work on that maybe we're not seeing. Okay, all right, because it is running a narrative in these readings. So without further ado, this is the Four Cups. Cups represents our feelings, emotions, and relationships. These are water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Fours are like the merit of deservingness, what we believe in our human right that we are entitled to. We don't know everything that, is good for us. We think we know what we want. We're different people. And 5 years ago, I'm not the same Gemini I was in 5 years. And I would have made different choices. So what I'm saying is that this is mercy. This is like the fours are like mercy. So in reverse, well, this is the moon in Cancer energy. So this is the Lord of blended pleasure. So Sagittarius does feel depleted. Okay, they could be ruminating or distracted by an internal issue that is causing frustration or distress. Whatever it is consuming their focus completely. So they're going through something right now that is actually consuming them. So here, that would make sense of why the Strength card is in reverse right here. So this is Leo energy. This is the Strength card, inner strength of being like, the lion is ferocious and wild, and it's a danger, but she calms that with her loving, calming nature. So this is about like inner strength, and eights are seeking solution on the tree of life. So this is perfectly makes sense why this Strength card is in reverse. So they might feel, like they don't really have that much strength right now of dealing with whatever's going on. So Sagittarius does feel something is getting out of control, and they are worried about how to maintain their power. Okay, so this anxiety is spilling into the other aspects of their life, including this connection. Okay, so if you're wondering what's going on with them, it seems like this is what's going on with them. Now, this is the King of Swords. So swords are air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. These act as like our behaviors or our mindset, okay? If you think about a mirror, or a sword and a mirror, they're similar, right? So if you think about a sword, it's mirroring the quality of our minds, right? So this has to do with, like I said, it has to do with like our thought process or how we're seeing things or our behaviors, or, it has to do with the mind. Okay. So the King of Swords is Aquarius, and this is unveiling truth behind appearances. So he sees, that's his key phrase, is unveiling truth behind appearances. So in reverse, Sagittarius does feel detached from sensitive emotions, likely accumulating sense of genuine, or likely accumulated sense of grievance. Okay, so no matter what the truth is, this person will cast self into a role that he was the one that was treated unfairly. Okay, so he's not, so that's why, like, unveiling truth behind appearances, or he's not seeing the general there, whoever, I don't mean it as he or she. There's no gender in the spirit world. We have masculine energies, we have feminine energies, and feminine energies do have masculine energies. I'm a female, I have masculine energies. Okay, so anyway, what I was going back to is that they're not seeing the truth of something, and they're going to put themselves into a role of that they were the ones that were treated unfairly in this, okay? Whether it has to do with the connection or something beyond that, you know, you be the judge of that. So here's the Five of Pentacles. So Pentacles represents our earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. Earth is anything in our physical material world. Fives are testing, severity, conflict. So you can see these two people are left out in the cold, right? This person feels like they might have been left out in the cold somewhere. You know, it's kind of like when you're down and out, kind of, you know. So this is the Lord of Material Trouble, and this is Mercury and Taurus energy. So Sagittarius may be struggling with career or financial pressures that are actually negatively impacting their perspective or maybe even their self-esteem, okay? So it may also indicate that they are struggling with issues of worth or worthiness. Makes sense, right? Because they're not feeling very strong right now, not feeling very confident. They feel like they're the victim in this, right? So now we have the Queen of Cups. So Cups represents our feelings, emotions, and relationships. Water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Queen, she's very specifically great at something, right? Can you imagine what this is? If it's our feelings, emotions, and relationships, yep, she has emotional composure. She was looking at her cup, and her cup is like no other. So this is Cancer energy. So Sagittarius is feeling extremely sensitive right now, and they may need time to process their emotions. Okay, so they need to sit with their feelings for a time before making important decisions. This card also signifies someone with good intentions and compassion, okay, and love. Okay, so they, you know, right now you just have to let them figure things out. We can't fix people, guys, okay? So whether this has to do with the connection or not, we can't make somebody see something for the way we see it, okay? Everybody's different. Everybody was raised different. People have different values. People have different perspectives, you know, things like that. The only thing that we can do is if this doesn't have anything to do with the connection, then just let them just be their safe space until they figure it out. Sit in the dark with them until they can figure it out. We can't fix people. Or if it does have to do with the connection, then, you know, talk to them with good intentions, with compassion, and with love. Remember, anything that's done without love creates bad or evil, okay? So now we have the Magician. The Magician is Gemini and Virgo energy. This says as above, so below. So like energy from spirit world coming to our physical world. Like a vessel, I guess you could say. Having all that you need, all the four elements are here. The pentacle, the cup, the sword, the wand. And it's on this table right here. So if you think about it, this would be everything that we need in this plane. Like the table would be the plane, right? So this is like, to me, this is like concentration, right? So look at the eights. You guys could be seeing eights a lot, or you could be a life path 8. They could be a life path 8. So this is Mercury, Gemini, and Virgo, balance, partnership. So Sagittarius does admire your intelligence and your interests that you guys share, so you both shine best when communicating. Many priorities and focus align with each other, so use words to encourage their heart to open. Like I said, be that safe space for them, okay? Nothing that's ever done that is successful is ever done with negativity, guys. So remember, the energy that we put in is the energy that we're going to get, right? That's basically what the Magician here is telling me. So now this is going to be messages from Spirit. Here's the Death card. Interesting. That is not the Death card. Doesn't mean anything in that sort. I don't like it when people take things for face value. If tarot has taught anything to anybody, it's that things aren't always what they seem. It's how you choose to look at them. This is change and transformation. We learn the biggest lessons from Scorpios. Okay, one door has to close for another to open. Something has to, the shadow part of us has to die for us to see, you know, the good in it, you know, right? Or, you know, like the light, it has to be dark for us to be able to see the light. You know, so that's the balance of things, guys. One has to be there for the other to be relevant, right? But we have to make sure that something ends. Where something ends, we leave it there to end so that other things can happen, right? So here, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, interesting. The Hermit, interesting, because there's Hermit, Virgo energy. And we have the Empress in reverse. All right, let's get to this. So these are messages from Spirit, something they want you guys to know about the connection. So this is the Death card. It is Scorpio. Like I said, you know, we learn the biggest lessons from them. This is about change and transformation. This is about shutting a door so another one can open. This is about the night, the dark night, so that it could be a bright day. Let's take it as it resonates, guys. It's not ever what it seems on these cards, okay? This is number 13 in the major arcana, so 3 plus 1 is 4. Remember I told you about 4? What we think we know we want, right? What we think in our right mind that we deserve as humans, an entitlement. We don't know what we want. We don't always know what's best for us either. So this is like endings, change, transformation, transitions, doors close, starting over, letting go of the past. Letting go of the past, Gemini, has been a running narrative in all of these. It's like I always used to tell my kids, the whole world can't be wrong but you, right? So that's why I highly recommend watching these other readings. It really puts in perspective of what we need to work on and what we need to change as Geminis, okay? So this one is the Nine of Pentacles. So Pentacles represents earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the nines are like self. This is about yourself. An accumulation of its suit, if you will, okay? So Pentacles are anything in our physical material world. This is Venus and Virgo, the Lord of material gain, but this is in reverse. So Spirit wants you to remember your self-worth, hustling, or maybe excessive spending, codependent, or maybe getting money from others. Just take it as it resonates, guys. But I think what they want you to do is the ending of feeling, of knowing like your worth, okay? The ending of feeling self-critical or not knowing what your worth is. Like this is about self-worth. You need to, like, always, because of the fact that we always bring the past into our current situation, means that we might not have healed from something, okay? So we need to heal from that. And then Spirit is telling you, don't, please, like your self-worth, or don't be codependent on people. We don't, like, I don't know how to explain this. Codependency too could be as a result of something that happened in the past, right? So, if a parent did something, like if a parent abandoned us, right, we would need or be dependent on our partner to not abandon us, not reject us, right? But that's not their job to do that, okay? We need to feel whole within ourselves. So we need to heal that from the past so that we can move on, close that door, so another one can open, right? And remember our self-worth, okay? Always love yourselves, guys. Nobody could ever love you more than you love yourself, okay? This is the Hermit. So the Hermit is Virgo energy. This is where somebody takes themselves out of a situation, right? They're the wisest of the zodiac, and the reason why they're so wise is because they don't let anything influence them, okay? Nothing. Because, the Hermit knows that other people have different things that happen to them. They have different perspectives, they have different beliefs, they have different everything. So he does not allow our outer influence to influence his decisions or how he moves forward. So he's moving forward, right? Virgo is moving forward. So how is he able to move forward? Well, he goes and he takes himself out of a situation so nothing can influence him, like the past or other people, to influence him in his decisions on how to move forward. It's self-introspection, right? Self-worth. Pentacles is like money, right? Worth. So it's like us remembering like who we are at our core level when we're, and even though things have happened to us from previous people, whether our parents or partners or siblings or anybody or teachers, whatever it is, whoever shamed, blamed, criticized us, whatever, that should not influence us moving forward. If we can really heal from everything that has happened to us and close that door, all of our blessings will come in, okay? So it is about self-healing. It is about self-worth. We have to know that. We have to remember that. It's not done to us because you're a bad person. No, everybody's unique and beautiful in their own way. And whatever has happened to us is not because you're not worthy or because people didn't care about you or you're not lovable. It's because it's something that we, either their demons or their wounds that bled onto us and hurt us, or it was a lesson that we needed to learn in order to get us to heal from something and grow and get us back at our core level, right? So remember, guys, everything happens in our lives there's universe has a plan, okay? And we don't know what's always best for us or what we want, okay? We don't know that, but we do have to trust in the universe and keep going. But we cannot keep taking the past with us, otherwise we will never move forward, okay? He's moving forward, and he doesn't know, like this lantern right here, it doesn't light up the whole entire journey because he's not going to know the outcome. We're not going to know the outcome right away, guys. We're not supposed to know. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a learning process, okay? But it does light up the next few steps as long as he's moving forward, right? With that self-introspection of him being the wisest because he doesn't let anything influence him or his past influence him or other people influence him of who he is. He has faith in God and he keeps on going. So that, if you need to do that, sit and meditate for a while and figure out why all these have the running narrative, okay, of leaving the past behind us. All right, now the Empress card in reverse. This could be a mother card. You could be a baby mom. You could be a grandmother. It could be an aunt. It's like a mother figure, right? But this is in reverse. It could be, like a birth of something, or maybe a mother wound, or a feminine energy that had hurt you, a teacher, like whatever it is. Like that's what the Spirit is trying to tell you to let go of. Okay, so like if we felt like like if there's an absent parent, right? Well, they didn't love me. Well, no, that's not at all what it is. Okay, so maybe they're fighting their own demons, or maybe they weren't able to, or maybe who knows the reason. But I had to go through this myself too, and it's like I heard this saying, and it helps me a lot. My parents did the best they could with what they had, the best way that they knew how, and the best way that they knew how means that I'm Gen X, so my parents weren't. They don't admit that they were wrong. Like they don't admit that their actions has actually caused harm. My grandparents, which is their parents before that, wouldn't even admit that anything was ever wrong. Like this is the way it is, and that's the way it is. So it's really hard to heal from things. But I feel like in this time, in this era, we've come to the point of knowing and seeing the patterns, and that we can actually break these generational curses or wounds and heal from them, and shut that door and move on, right? And get all of our blessings, and actually come to the reason why we're here on Earth. If we were perfect, guys, we wouldn't be here on Earth. We would be with God, right? So we're good people, but we're trying to be greater, and there's something greater, and that's our instinct and our intuitions and our knowing, and that's why we strive to get better and evolve, right? So whatever it is that is causing this, you guys, this is somebody who's nurturing, compassionate, nature. Go sit out in nature, think about it by yourself, and really get into your self-worth and your introspection of everything, and start letting go of things that have harmed you, okay? That way you can be stronger for whatever they're going through, right? We can always be the change that we want to see in other people, but we can't do that until we actually are that change, okay? So this is your reading of how Sagittarius feels about you guys. Don't forget to watch other readings. Thank you so much for your love and support. My page is booming, and I cannot do that without you guys. Love and light, guys. Bye.